Good afternoon from the 104.5 The Zone studios. I'm Ross Johnston. Vol basketball picked up another big win last night in the Players Era Festival as they gave number 3 Houston their first loss of the year, beating them 76-73. Jacoby Gillespie led Vols scores with 22 points. Bishop Boswell had 10, and Vanderbilt transfer Jalen Carey put up 13 off the bench. Tennessee will play Kansas in the third-place game tonight, with tip scheduled for 6 p.m. Central. You can listen to the game right here on The Zone with Vol Network pregame coverage starting at 5:30 after 3HL. In Titans news, the team assigned former first-round pick cornerback Kyer Elam out of Florida. Elam was drafted by the Bills in 2022 and spent 3 seasons with them before playing in Dallas this year. In NFL news, Patriots tackle Will Campbell has been put on IR, which will sideline him for the next 4 games, putting him on track to return for the playoffs. Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens has no injury designation and is good to go for tomorrow's game versus the Chiefs. And lastly, the Chiefs ruled out guard Trey Smith and tight end Noah Gray for their Thanksgiving game. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, visit usstn.com. Breaking news and watching your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone, powered by all 4 Seasons Garage Doors. 615-737-1045 is the number. The Volunteers had dropped 10 in a row at Florida Field, one of the longest skids in the history of the series. But this one was a different story. They scored 4 touchdowns on their first 4 drives and go into halftime 31-0 to end up winning 31-11 against the Florida Gators. Quote from Josh Heupel, quote, "This one mattered to them. It was a lot of fun inside the locker room. It was important to them. They understood the history of this rivalry. We've talked about that. It was fun to see them enjoy this moment. And, man, it was a thrashing. I don't know, really, no points in the second half. But, hey, a win's a win. They dominated 31-11. The defense, Tim Banks' defense, had them in hell in the Florida Gators offense. I mean, what'd you think of that game?
Yeah, no doubt about it, everything you said there. But when you play in a rivalry, I wasn't in any big rivalries in college because going to a small school. But are you supposed to just ram it down their throats in the second half? I don't know.
I was a little surprised.
I thought, he pulled off the pedal a little bit there. But I get it. He just was a win's a win. They were better coached. Going in, looking at the game, better prepared. The Russian attack was well schemed, running the football. Deshaun Bishop should be the lead back. He should get the majority of carries based off of his performance, not only in that game, but just all season. You have to get them to a rhythm and a flow when you're the running back, and when they kind of take them out, like you kind of lose momentum a little bit there. The tight end is a big talent. How about the kid number 0? Oh man, the guy that he took out and put in the other kid when they did, against Alabama to run that route there, and he missed it. But defense looked better, especially against the run. The quarterback, he looked solid all the way around. Lagway, I don't know what to think of him, to be honest. I'm interested to see if he stays or goes, who they hire. But he seems like he's mobile, but not as mobile as people thought he would be.
Right.
That
outside of maybe Arch Manning's start to the year, I think DJ Lagway's been one of the more disappointing quarterbacks in the entire SEC so far.
But things are real in there.
Yeah.
But they caught him at the right time and they put it on him. So at least in that first half. So got to be excited about what they look like, especially defensively. They continue to improve over the last 2 weeks. And the offense just keeps clicking, at least with the run game too. So you want to see if Joey Aguilar can perform in a big moment and not have a dip in the game, like one mistake that can kind of cost him when you look back at a game. I think this is the game that it could possibly be that, and you want to see if he can, not make those plays in this big rivalry game now that is probably the biggest versus Vandy in the history of Vanderbilt. So and Tennessee. So I don't know. Do you view it? You think this is the biggest game they've ever had?
Well, I know
with the most at stake, really.
Yeah. Well, we were looking at the history yesterday of Tennessee Vandy, and one of the games on Wikipedia they dubbed I think it was like 1984 or something like that. Someone can maybe 92 or something like that, but it's something early, and they called it the Super Bowl of Tennessee. Is what the game was dubbed, and really. This should be the Super Bowl of Tennessee Part 2, it feels like a little bit. Now, obviously, the University of Tennessee likely cannot get into the playoffs and all that kind of stuff, but this is about as big as it gets for the University of Tennessee and definitely as big as it gets for Vanderbilt because you have to win this game if you want any shot of getting to the college football playoffs. Yeah, and you got to do it on the road in a hostile environment.
Yeah, which is it's going to be probably Diego's toughest task, his last regular season game. If I was a guest, somebody tell us if we're wrong, or at least I'm wrong. Is this the biggest game in the rivalry, in their history of their rivalry, with what's at stake, with Vanderbilt possibly getting into the playoffs, Tennessee, finishing season on an up note at home? I think it's going to be a heck of a task for Vandy, but boy, it's must-watch TV. I'm super excited about the game because both teams have really good offenses, just don't know whose defense is going to play the best, probably is going to win the game, and I don't know if that means a lot in this game, but maybe if they get a turnover, that may be the difference, whatever team's defense does that to win it, man. But got to be excited times, in the state of Tennessee, just because the rivalry now really means a lot and things are at stake. And not as much for Tennessee, but, when you're the big brother, you never want to lose to the little brother.
Yeah.
And I think that the little brother now is going to be kicking at the door. So,
nipping at those heels.
Tennessee better start off fast. And typically they do at home. It's hard to go against them at home.
Yeah.
So, but man, they have Vandy has the running game, the physicality to slow it down. And now Diego has shown this season through the air that they can win. And they have two outside receivers, Sherrill as well as Richardson with Stowers at tight end. So they have enough with the running game and Diego. So, man, this is going to be a great one.
So 1982, Vandy's last win of the 20th century, by the way. The game was billed as the Super Bowl of Tennessee between Vandy and Tennessee. Tickets were reportedly selling for $150 back in 1982. Ooh. The game was a sellout, 41,683 fans, and 3,800 watched on closed-circuit TV. Back then, that's a lot, I guess, for 1982. And that would be probably the last really big game with some kind of stakes, according to Wikipedia, at least. Yeah. This is definitely the biggest game since that. I mean, you can't get any bigger than this game for the rivalry, because I see people are like, well, Tennessee played in a national title game. Well, yeah, we're not talking about the biggest game individually.
Right.
I mean, this kind of coincides with Vanderbilt both.
Rivalry, in-state rivalry. Is this the biggest one of
the rivalry?
Yeah, that one. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the history as well as most, besides Googling it, but you just never know. Some people would probably feel a little bit different about that. But, man, I know it is for sure for Vandy. I know they have to have a lot of things go their way, even if they won the game to get into the playoffs. But this is the best we've seen out of them.
Well, they've also been talking about this since the summer. Diego Pavia
what did he
and all
say?
That. Like, I mean, Clark
on any
Lee,
given Saturday.
He was talking about it in the documentary, but he's been talking about how Vandy's on their way. And a lot of it's just maybe...
the thing that was on ESPN, right?
Yeah, Netflix. So a lot of it's just him pumping up Vandy. But, he's talking about UT, about this game, and Clark Lee's talking about the emotional aspect of this game and how big it is. I mean, they're not wrong, but there is a little bit of crap talk at SEC Media Days. But hey,
but that's Diego, though.
That's Diego.
He doesn't run. He definitely leans all into that.
And he typically, they say you don't write checks that your ass can't cash, and he writes those checks and he's cashing them. And for the most part,
he made everybody believe they're over in the building. So
yeah. And belief can be a powerful thing, especially for this Vanderbilt team, which seems to thrive on it, thrive on Diego, thrive on this defense, thrive on everything they're doing.
You seem like you would be Diego if you were a player. Like you would lean into all the time. See, I would never do that.
Yeah.
Because I would catch them by storm. But in the locker room, absolutely. But out in public, never.
I'm about to probably the
never gonna
same
give somebody
height as
that extra
Diego.
little juice there to really just like cause a fumble in the
Yeah.
red zone, Diego.
That is true.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, that's
so-
that little extra push that they want, and you gave it. You handed it right to me.
Well, he's handed a lot to Tennessee so far. So I mean, like a lot of fodder. To your point.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that man, I can't believe I forgot about that because even Clark Lee was talking in
Yeah.
that documentary.
He wasn't like talking trash, but more just like, week, like national championship is the standard for this program, which like sounds
Right.
crazy, but
It sounded real crazy.
what I was going to ask y'all is, do you think playing in Neyland Stadium will have a big effect on Vanderbilt? And I ask that because their two losses this season have come at Bama and at Texas. Same type of atmospheres. You can argue which one of the three is the best, but now they've also played at Virginia Tech and at South Carolina, which are hard road atmospheres, and they won those games pretty handily. I would also say those are kind of a tier down in atmosphere, but I wonder if playing in Neyland is going to have some
I'm just saying
effect.
that gives them the edge. Tennessee.
Yeah.
If it was me, just look. I mean, man, that noise, and if they get ratcheted up and they get out and score early and often, I don't know. That's
Vanderbilt is going to run Tennessee after this year. This is going to be the new staple of college football. It's going to happen here at Vanderbilt.
that was Diego.
I had to find it. I couldn't remember what he always
I think
said.
I
but-
recall that.
Yeah.
Hey man, it is what it is, and they backed it up this season.
And
man.
Tennessee players are just thinking about this.
Would Diego try too hard in the red zone like he did in both, the Bama?
Yeah, I mean, it will be interesting to see. Does he, does let the offense flow through him? Does he try to take control to prove something, what he said right? And what do these University of Tennessee players really think about all those comments, and how long has that lingered in their head? Because I do wonder, Tennessee doesn't, they kind of have something to play for, but they don't have something to play for in terms of outside of just playing spoiler, which is enough in a rivalry game just to be able to play spoiler. But Vanderbilt has everything on the line in this game.
So then you just made me think, who has more pressure?
Vandy, right? It has to be Vandy has more pressure.
No, man.
You think it's Tennessee?
And I get where you're coming from. I completely, because that's what I'm thinking immediately. But then when you're the big brother, you're always supposed to beat them. I don't know.
I don't
What
know.
do you think?
That's a point.
Vandy should have the most pressure. You're right.
Yeah. Because, they also have the implication of you got to go into Neyland, you got to go in there, and you got to win, because the only way you're going to get in the college football playoffs is with a win. You can't lose and get in the college football playoffs,
Right.
and you may not even win and get in the college football playoffs, but you have to win.
So that means they should have more pressure.
Yeah.
Ross, what are your thoughts?
I think it's still slightly Tennessee just
Okay.
because, like, hearing, Vandy beating Tennessee and Neyland, like, that can't happen, right?
Yeah. That's true, but we've heard a couple of Tennessee fans, you remember Kel last week, he called in, said he bought a Vandy hat because he wants to see Vandy in the college
He
football
was
playoff.
one of a billion. He is not the normal fan.
Maybe we should ask the fans.
The chat.
Let's ask the chat. Let's ask the phone, 615-737-1045. Who has more pressure in your opinion? University of Tennessee football or Vanderbilt football heading into the game this weekend? When we come back, we'll continue talking about the SEC, and we'll also hear, we found the clip that Diego Pavia actually said, so we'll also do that. We'll also get to your phones, 615-737-1045. This is Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 1045 The Zone.
The holiday season is upon us, and holiday parties are right around the corner. And those holiday parties, I gain a lot of holiday weight. And the approach to weight loss at Edge Peptide Hormone Therapy is different. We make sure all patients have extensive lab work and face-to-face conversations in office with our nurse practitioners to create a customized treatment plan tailored to your specific needs. They use only U.S.-based FDA-audited compounding pharmacies because knowing where your peptides come from always matters. You also get to enjoy access to their in-body scanner to track weight loss and make sure you're maintaining that muscle mass, as well as lower your A1C, keeping your cravings in check. prioritizing protein and having someone guide your journey from start to finish. So call the team at Edge Peptide for all of your wellness questions at 615-724-1878. That's 724-1878 or edgepeptide.com.
Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone, powered by all four Seasons Garage Doors. 615-737-1045 is the number. Who has more pressure on them, the University of Tennessee or the Vanderbilt University football team? You know, Vanderbilt has more on the line, but Diego doesn't seem to the obstacles don't seem to create pressure. And when I say obstacles, like, you know, you're going on the road, Neyland Stadium, playing the University of Tennessee, 2:30 p.m. game, everything's on the line. It almost like he feeds off that kind of stuff instead of lets that stuff get to him. But let's hear what Diego Pavia had to say over the summer about Vanderbilt and the University of Tennessee football team.
You guys feel like we want Vandy to be the state squad.
Vanderbilt's going to run Tennessee after this year. Like, this is going to be the new staple of, like, college football is going to happen here at Vanderbilt.
Do any of you and the boys ever, like, talk about that? Like, we got to be the state school.
Well,
we're in Nashville, Tennessee. We're in the Music City. Like, we need to be the brand of Tennessee.
Everyone wants to come to Tennessee because of Nashville. So they want to come to Nashville, so Vanderbilt. And then when we have, like, the most money in NIL, like, why not come here? So, like, we literally just have to win this year and throughout the rest of the year. It'll take care of itself.
You think Vandy will have the most money in the game? Or
I think we'll be up there.
Yeah.
But, like, it's Nashville.
Yeah, there's a lot of big hitters around here.
Yeah.
They just need a team to believe in.
Yeah, that's all they need.
They need Diego Pavia.
I mean, it sounds like to me, that was him on Busting with the Boys. Sounds like to me that he doesn't feel pressure. I mean, I think that's just how he's built, kind of like Cam Ward.
I don't think he does. Yeah, no doubt about it.
But there's other players.
Well, I don't think Cam and Cam Ward are two different. Cam Ward wouldn't be, I don't
Well, he wouldn't be talking like that.
Yeah, but as far as his confidence,
right.
Yes, no doubt about it. And that's what they needed. I mean, you know, so, hey, man, more power to him, man. But he says it so casually, like, it's a no-brainer in his mind.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like he already won the game back in July in his mind.
Yeah.
You know, and it's carried with him. I mean, like we said, they're pretty good. And Diego Pavia has been winning through the air these last few weeks, been airing it out, and he's thrown some beautiful balls these last few weeks.
I take a risk on him in the late rounds. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just because I'd find a way to play him somewhere. You know, with some man. This guy. Yeah, this is. I ended up watching the game last year too, and I forgot. You know, Vanderbilt started off fast there. I think they returned that kickoff, and then they got up like 14-0 or something like that. I can't remember, but they got up, and then after that, it was over pretty much. I mean, Tennessee had big plays all over the place on offense, and the defense kind of held them. So. Yeah, I'm sure they're watching that film. So I'm just wondering what gives them that kind of confidence, especially against Tennessee, even back then. And that was their last regular season game, so all they had left was a bowl game. So that was kind of interesting, kind of hearing that. And he's been consistent. I think he said at the SEC Media Days that they were, some crazy, like, we're going to be competing for not just SEC, but a national championship.
Listen, they win this game. They very well.
Or was that Clark Lee who said that?
I think.
Said what?
The national championship quote over at SEC Media Days. Was that Pavia or Lee?
I don't know. I know Lee said it on the documentary.
Oh, he said it on the documentary.
I don't know about Media Days.
Yeah. I'm just saying, they win this game. I mean, there's no team that that enters the tournament that's a bigger wild card and the most dangerous team to me than Vandy.
Oh, no.
Like, if Vandy enters, you don't want to play Vandy.
Yeah, if you're in the playoffs, you don't want to, And then last year, there wasn't any upsets in the first round. So, I think, man, that may change this year. I don't know about that.
Oof. All right, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Brian. Brian, you're on with Cover 2.
Hey, y'all. Enjoy the show. I would say that one thing's for sure, these players for Vanderbilt love this quarterback probably as much as Florida used to love Tim Tebow. I mean, they play for him, and I promise you, on either side of that line, in the trenches, there will be not one single Vanderbilt player leave anything on that field for this man. Because the only thing they think they have left is that Heisman Trophy. They don't think they're going. I mean, they might some outside chance, but they're going to be playing for that Heisman for this young man. And I'm telling you, there's so much love for him. They're not going to leave anything on the field.
I'm glad Brian
That's
about
one
that.
thing for sure.
Yeah, good point. If he beats Tennessee in Neyland, he has to be a finalist for the Heisman.
No doubt.
It has to be.
Has to be. I mean, that would be kind of insane not to be.
Because that means, he
Right now,
played
he
well.
is number 4 in Heisman odds. So he would technically get to go up to New York.
I mean, he will be in contention to win it.
You beat Vandy. And, I mean, like, I don't know if Heisman's
Vandy's
really considered
Tennessee.
most valuable player.
Right.
But, I mean, he is the most valuable player to any college program, it feels like, of the last few years. Like, the way that he inspires plays and the way that he's been able to take a team that's not considered, top-tier talent and take them through some pretty stiff competition into some wins. You win in Knoxville, I just don't know. I know Jeremiah Love is having a really great year, really great season, but is it only about play on the field? Is it only about stats? Or is it about what you mean to your team for the Heisman? Like, I mean, it's a philosophical discussion, and I'm sure they have parameters and all that kind of stuff, but, man, at least he would be in New York for sure.
Yeah, if they win and then he puts up, 300 yards passing, 100 yards rushing, man, I wouldn't be surprised if he won it. Because right now, who is the leading, I guess?
It goes Fernando Mendoza, Julian Sayin, the quarterback from Ohio State, Jeremiah Love, Notre Dame, and then Diego Pavia, Vanderbilt. Marcel Reed has slid out of the top 4.
Yeah, so I think he's got a shot just as much as anybody else.
Yeah, I think so.
If he gets it done.
And if he gets it done putting up some stats, that's even better.
Because that's what he's been doing this past month, really. I know,
he's
I think
going crazy.
The first game when they lost to Texas kind of started this trend, though, because they lost, but his stats were outstanding that game. And just since then, he's kind of been going on a personal tear. It's hard, you view those 3 guys, don't you? Like Pavia, Mendoza, and Sayin, and it's 3 separate dudes. Like, Sayin might be, the best, playing the best at quarterback. Pavia is probably the most valuable. Mendoza's, the hottest name.
Yeah.
So it's what do you want, I guess, out of those 3 guys to win the Heisman?
And to be fair, no offense to Julian Sayin, and I know this is not the way to go about voting, but he's got a couple more years to try to win it. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were going to say he's thrown to
I know.
the best
That
receiver in the
too. I
country.
mean, he's
I thought
thrown
he was
to
gonna
Jeremiah
say.
Smith and Carnell Tate, but he's also got next year to win it.
But you can't penalize.
I know.
Got to work with what you got.
I get what you said.
But I'm like, he can win it
Yeah,
next
that's
year.
opportunity. Well, that's what they do for the Pro Bowls. That's his first year. He got next year. He all right.
Yeah, he's fine.
But if it's that most valuable thing, I would give it to Pavia or even Love over Mendoza or Sayin.
Yeah,
Not saying it wouldn't be close, but most valuable, I mean, come on, it's got to be Diego Pavia.
Oh, man, he's fantastic to watch. I know he's must watch.
I will say this, Dixie and F&M Bank Chat, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook Live says, if you watch Vandy, Pavia dictates quite literally every single play on offense. There's not a single play he's not a threat because he can keep the ball, pass the ball, leads the team in rushing as well. It's got to be Pavia.
And this,
that's a pretty good case.
And this, and then I saw this, I don't know if this was true or not on X, but out of, the Vandy now is the 14th ranked viewed university in football.
Whoa.
Yes.
Is that true?
I think I saw it on 3 maybe.
Oh,
It was
wow.
on 3. And I was like, that is Diego right there.
Man, that's crazy.
Elevating the V, man.
Well, here's the other Vanderbilt effect, if you want, or Diego Pavia effect, if you want to look at it this way. Before the season, this comes from Todd Furman. Before the season, Tennessee was 10-point favorites in this game before the season started.
Right, okay.
Now that the season is played out, they're only 2.5 favorites right now. 2.5 points. So that's dropped considerably from the beginning of the season, and that's credit to not only just Diego Pavia, but also Clark Lee and the rest of the Vanderbilt football team that's on there. Because we talk a lot about Diego Pavia, but there's also 52 other players playing pretty dang well on this team at the same time.
Yeah. Well, help all those who are not gamblers like myself. So is it the same like with the pros? The home team gets 3 points.
Pretty
so that
much,
means
yeah.
that Vandy should win this in a close one. So how do you bet?
Nealon might be more than just 3 points, honestly.
That could be a good way to view it.
It's there, the college atmospheres of these top programs is different than the pros. I don't care where it is.
That's
in the
what I was
pro.
asking.
It could be 4 or 5 maybe. I don't know.
Oh. So
that's a
with
good
the
way to
Mullen
look
favorite
at it.
2.5, how do you then put that into gambling terms, how you should bet?
That's tough because you would have probably wanted to have bet before the season started.
I know.
Obviously.
Well, that was the easy one.
But I mean, I don't know. That kind of feels like a trick. Like if I'm
Like they try to get you to
probably
put
just a
money
money line game.
on,
yeah, I
on
mean,
Vandy?
I
They
think
trying
you
put
would
money
just
on
want to
Vandy?
go a money line game. Like just go either Vandy or Tennessee. Don't bet the points at this stage.
Okay.
And if you feel like Tennessee's going to win it, they may even win it big, right? I mean, there's people in the chat that think that Tennessee's just going to run away with it and just beat the dog crap out of Vandy. That could happen.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because it is at home. If it's a night game, I wonder if the point spread would be a little bit wider. Because I think there would be a larger gap. Because I think it's also a 2:30 game, which kind of is like, it's not the same feeling, as a night game. We'll see. We'll see. Let's go to Deborah. Deborah, you're on with Blaine and Zach.
That'd be exciting.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So, actually, I called about two things. One, I think the pressure's going to be more on Vanderbilt because they have more to lose. But the other thing I wanted to touch base on real quick was when you were talking earlier about the Super Bowl between the two, were you talking 92 or 82? Because I think I heard both.
Well, I was trying to recall which one it was, but it ended up being 1982.
Okay, so 1982 actually I was at that game.
Okay.
And it was pouring down rain.
Yep.
Tennessee actually lost the game. Well, Vanderbilt, let me back up. Vanderbilt's quarterback was a friend of mine that I grew up with. And so we had gone the whole 4 years with him being the quarterback, which was Whit Taylor. And he won the game at the end with a quarterback sneak. But if you look at the year before, in 1981, they were at Neyland, and Tennessee won on a questionable call. So it is possible to go to Neyland and actually beat them. So we'll see.
Okay.
All right, I like it, Deborah, and she is right. Whit Taylor, that was a game. It says right here, even in this Wikipedia article, it says the whole time the game was played, it rained, drenching the field.
Oh, my.
The whole Whit Taylor threw a bomb that won the game. Taylor passed for 2 42-yard passes for a touchdown, and then Taylor also made a 65-yard pass to Phil Roach to set up the game-winning 1-yard run from Whit Taylor. So that's who she was talking about. So good memory on Deborah right there.
Hey, she was there.
She was on it.
And a friend of hers.
When it comes down to the pressure, like there's pressure on both teams, obviously.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like it's all on one side. I find it hard to believe that there's not more pressure on Tennessee due to if you lose, Vanderbilt is likely making the playoffs. They came into your house and they beat you in Neyland, which hasn't happened in a long time. And then you would not only have to go through that, but watch them play in a playoff game while you were sitting on the couch. And all the talk that Pavia had in the summer has applied that pressure even more. Because if he does that and plays a good game and they win, he's backed up his talk, which so many Tennessee fans ridiculed at that time.
Oh,
It's just
yeah,
a lot.
especially on this station.
Well, it was
couple
laughing.
shows.
They were laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Vanderbilt, it's like, I think it's all about just the playoff window because there's no guarantee you're going to be back, right? Once
Right.
Pavia's gone.
And they need a lot of help, too, even if they won the game, too, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of recruits probably watching this game, too. When you really get down to it as well. I mean, like, this is a pretty big, high-stake game. And we haven't been able to really say that about Vanderbilt, Tennessee in a long, long time. And I'm more excited for this game than I am Alabama Auburn. Like I'm just more excited to watch it.
Oh, my
like I just think it's going to be awesome and everything. I'm a little nervous about Auburn, a little bit more
knows
nervous
that
than I
place
was
is
a couple
cursed.
weeks ago.
I know, because you poo-pooed me when I was like, I
but
don't know.
now I've seen Ty Simpson kind of like, he's throwing a few interceptions, and I'm like, oh no, because Auburn's got a really good defense. Like I'm a little scared that there's going to be some critical, like Ty Simpson will play a pretty good game, but there will maybe one critical mistake that may not be his fault or anything like that, and they may lose the game. Like I'm a little bit more nervous about
knowing those rivalry games, man.
Yeah, those there.
It just means
Hey,
more.
Blaine, I was at that game in 2023 at Auburn, the one where Bama won on the last second pass to Isaiah Bond. Let me tell you though, one, that place is cursed, and Zach could probably attest to it, but also two, like it doesn't matter the records or what. Yeah. Those fans are going to show up. That atmosphere is going to be insane.
Oh, man, I'm going to make sure I got that on my bucket.
It's a bucket list item for sure.
No doubt.
Let's go to Nate out in Omaha. Nate, you're on Blaine.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Going good. How are you,
Nate?
Yeah, all right. Look, I definitely think he should win the Heisman, man. I don't see he been putting his body on the line the whole year, man. He been doing this against SEC competition, not no clean puffs in the Big Ten or whoever Notre Dame plays. You know what I mean? Like, I seen the running back for Notre Dame. Every time I see him score a touchdown, I don't see nobody touching. I'm like, good gracious, So he definitely should win the Heisman. And I don't Tennessee got the ugliest colors in America, man. You know.
What are you talking about?
I agree.
I've always wondered, what color orange is that? What is that? Like,
Thanksgiving orange.
It's not. You know, and I hope Vanderbilt beat the brakes off of him. And another thing, just to change it, I was watching the Texans the other day play the Bills, and I was like, didn't that linebacker used to play for the Titans?
Yeah.
I'm like, every game I turn on, it's an ex-Titan helping the team win a game, man. Yeah, so I don't know, man. Thanks for taking my call, guys.
No problem, Nate.
Yeah,
I do agree about that orange. Oof, it's ugly.
Well, being that you're an Alabama fan, I completely understand.
It just burns your retinas.
Oh my!
Too bright orange, or
yeah, it's just ugly.
Oh, Texas is better.
Texas.
I mean, it's a little bit more muted, but it kind of looks like dog vomit orange.
He's on the vomit.
Yeah,
remember
this is my second. That's my second vomit. That's my second vomit right there. I will say this to his point about Jeremiah Love. You can only play who's scheduled ahead of you.
Oh.
But we have talked about Notre Dame's schedule being fairly easy. Vanderbilt's faced a much tougher schedule, and it's Diego Pavia. And he's a quarterback. Quarterback.
And Love is still a really good.
Yeah, he's really good.
Running back. I mean, I saw him do the spin cycle on Pitt. I was like, I don't know, man. He's definitely going to be the number one running back taken in the draft.
And listen, it's a little early, I know, for draft talk. But and listen, I'm not saying that they need to take him number one overall, but it's Caleb Downs and Jeremiah Love are your two best players in this draft.
Oh, right.
And Titans don't necessarily, they need to work on their run blocking more than anything, but I wouldn't be too upset if Jeremiah Love was a two-tone blue next year.
I wouldn't mind that. Maybe, watch this. Maybe they take him with their second first-round pick.
A little trade back action.
But see, the line's not going to block him. People are going to say he's falling off a cliff.
Well, we'll have a new offensive line coach, right? Like, we'll see what that looks like.
New run game. It'll be totally different. But
I just wouldn't be totally upset in a trade back scenario if Jeremiah Love was the pick.
Yeah, he's the real deal. But, in safety, they have Hooker and Winston, see?
Yeah.
So that's why
I know, and I love Downs, too. But it's just
I love that guy.
Yeah, it's tough to find a spot for him at that point, unless you're going to, I don't know what you would do in that situation with a trio of those kinds of safeties, but, like, I don't know, man. It's going to be odd. It's a weird draft. This is a weird draft year so far.
No elite pass rusher? Like one that's just standing out here to...
Not really for me. It's just, it's kind of like they're all right there.
Oh,
like a lot of people will say Reese from Ohio State, the guy that can kind of play inside, off-ball linebacker and pass rusher. Yeah, I think 8.
Yes.
And a lot of people will say him. A lot of people will say Reuben Bain. I think the kid from Auburn, Keldrick Falk, is a good one. David Bailey from Texas Tech is a really good one. He leads the nation in sacks right now. No. A&M has Cassius Howe. There's a lot of guys that I feel like are very close together.
Yeah, they're there, but there's no one.
I truly.
This guy's gonna come
and I
in
haven't studied the full tape, but just vibes right now. Dang. It just doesn't feel like there is that guy. I would think that David Bailey's the best of the bunch, but we'll see. Let's go to Kevin, who wants to talk about UT Vandy. Kevin, you're on Blaine and Zach.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, fellas. How are y'all?
Doing good. How are you?
Good.
Good. Hey, so I just want to say, man, I am so against Tennessee, and I'm not a Vandy fan either, but roll tide, blitz, Bama blitz. Oh, Willie off Facebook, he's hilarious, man. But anyways, man, I think Diego Pablo, man, is going to go in there and smash Tennessee. I think it's going to be a 35-27 game. Tennessee will get some garbage points at the end because Vanderbilt will be in a prevent defense.
Well,
There you go.
okay.
We appreciate it, Kevin. I like the prediction, 35-27 from Kevin. Hey, coming up next, though, we're going to hear from QB1 of the Tennessee Titans, Cam Ward, who should be starting a press conference at 1:45. This is Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone.
No. Legendary coach Lou Holtz once said, before people spend money, they ask 3 questions. Can I trust you? Are you committed to excellence? And do you care about me? Hey, friends, it's Blaine Bishop for Eurofix. And Eurofix has built its business on answering those 3 questions with a bold yes. So back in 1999, owner Aaron Stokes was by himself with a one-car garage in downtown Franklin. Then a few months later, Aaron moved to a shop and in a barn behind his house so he could stay close to his family while building his dream of offering the best service on European vehicles at below dealer pricing. So fast forward to today, and that's barn's gone, long gone, and Eurofix is thriving with 5 locations in Nashville, Franklin, Belmead, Murfreesboro, Mount Julia, and with more to come. And all work performed comes with a 3-year, 36,000-mile nationwide warranty, plus a rent-a-car is available with every appointment. So go ahead, ask yourself, can you trust us? Do we care? And are you committed to excellence? And I think you'll say yes when you see how we treat our customers. And all you have to do is just give them a call at 844-EUROFIX. That's right, 844-EUROFIX, or online at myEurofix.com. That's myEurofix.com.
Let's face it, buying a vehicle should be straightforward and stress-free, and that's exactly how Two Rivers Ford has been doing business for decades. This locally owned dealership has a non-commissioned sales team whose only focus is to find you the right vehicle at the right price without the pressure. So you'll actually have a fun car buying experience. Great prices, easy financing, and a non-commissioned sales team. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone, powered by all Four Seasons Garage Doors. 615-737-1045 is the number. As we await QB1 Cam Ward to approach the podium over at St. Thomas Sports Park. Practice is basically over now, so we're just awaiting his arrival at the podium.
Early practice, huh?
A little early practice. Titans practice update for Wednesday ahead of Sunday versus Jaguars is courtesy of Teron Davenport. Rest days for Jeffrey Simmons, Jihad Ward, Kevin Zeitler, Tony Pollard, and no Lloyd Cushenberry. I don't know why he put no Lloyd Cushenberry. Maybe that was supposed to be a separate sentence.
Well, he didn't practice. He got injured in the game, right?
Yeah, he did. So no Lloyd. Maybe he meant no Lloyd Cushenberry spotted at practice.
Okay.
Shai Tuttle and Kendall Brooks are still in concussion protocol. And Xavier Woods returned to practice today after being out the last few weeks of practice. Elikai Manor is also back at practice Wednesday for the Titans, like you said.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
You said that he was running pretty.
Well, he was doing some B skip, A skips, like even in his sweats, like on his own, just standing there, just trying to, like, oh man, he was
keep it warm up.
Like he was like, man, I want to go, but it's gonna be really, really interesting here. To see, I saw they cut a cornerback and he was horrific. Womack, their guy.
Yo, yes. So another Tennessee Titans news.
Got a lot of stuff going on.
Sam Womack was cut. He was the smaller guy that they were playing outside. We thought he was one of the guys that they claimed off waivers. They brought in with Jalen Armour Davis, and it took forever for him to even see the field. Then he saw the field and he started rotating in and out with Jalen Armour Davis, and then that didn't work. And they brought in former first-round pick with the with Buffalo Bills, but also has played with the Dallas Cowboys, Kaiir Elam. I think Samuel Womack is either 5'10 or 5'11, and Kaiir Elam is around 6'1. Yeah, so they're definitely going for their type on this guy.
Yeah.
Kaiir Elam hasn't been. It's
hasn't been disappointing.
Was he was a first round.
Yeah, I thought so.
He's
Florida, right?
Yeah, Florida. Okay. And he's been a little disappointing. But his stats aren't terrible. So now, I have not watched a lot of Buffalo Bills or Dallas Cowboys defensive film and focusing on Kaiir Elam or anything, but I was just kind of cursory glancing at the numbers.
I'm like, he's a first-round pick, and he's been on already now this third team. It's kind of
tells you that there's probably don't expect a lot.
Yeah.
And to your point, you may be right on, like, maybe there's something personality-wise that hasn't meshed with some of these other things, or that's why I'm saying not you, but I think that there's been some concerns. If I remember correctly, there were some concerns about in Buffalo, kind of like what's going on with Keon Coleman. Some concerns, but I haven't heard anything since he was maybe a rookie, so maybe he's grown out of it. But again, to your point, you're kind of traveling around from team to team, and I think. I know he's been on those two teams. I think he's been on other teams on either their practice squad or tryouts or something like that. I'll have to go check.
But maybe it'd been a good backup player next year when they have better players.
He's young. Yeah. He's inexpensive. He's got something to prove.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's got plenty of experience. I mean, he does not lack for experience. And maybe there's something here with Tony Oden, Denard Wilson, Steven Jackson. These three guys can maybe get something out of him that they can relate to him better. And because they have done pretty well for the most part with some of these corners like Marcus Harris and Jarvis Brownlee Jr. last year. But now let's see what they can do with maybe Kaiir Elam, maybe where things fell short with Jalen Armour Davis. Because, I mean, let's include Darrell Baker Jr. with the work they've been able to do with Darrell Baker Jr. for the most part.
Yeah, solid, good backup player.
It almost got to the point on Sunday where I was almost wanting them to just travel Darrell Baker with JSN because I did not want to see Jalen Armour Davis or Womack on him at all, which that's bad, by the way, if you want to travel one of these guys.
Put him on a spin cycle there.
Man, it was bad.
Yeah,
I mean, like.
Womack, man. He don't even look like an athlete when you see him in warm-up. I'm just saying. He's the only guy I've said this about. I hadn't said on there.
Never once heard you say that.
But I'm like, man, he don't even run like a deep. I don't understand how his body moves. It was just it's one of those where like on eye you go, NFL athlete? I don't know about that one.
Because even like Daryl Baker Jr. kind of looks the
Looks like-
part.
yeah, he looks the
Jalen
part.
Armour Davis looks
Yep,
the part, and he
yep.
is athletic,
Yep,
right? Like
yep.
Jalen Armour Davis just doesn't
both
have a
of
lot
them,
of
Baker
technique.
too. Baker just is speed. He's just not a vertical guy like that.
But like I'm with you when Sam Womack, I think he got his first action. Was it against the Cardinals or something? I don't know. He came into a
That
game at
sounds
one
right.
point, and then I'm like, who is that? I was like, is that Sam Womack? Is that what he looks like?
Watch this. First of all, he had knee pads in. I said, he ain't no corner.
Big knee pads.
He was padded up like he's middle
wow.
linebacker. Come on, man.
I do have a little bit of Elam background in the NFL, courtesy of Wikipedia.
Okay, let's go.
Appreciate it.
So
Help us.
drafted obviously in the first round in 2022, got a few picks that year, I believe. Then 23, he got injured and placed on injured reserve.
Oh.
But he got activated later in December in his second year and played a lot in the 2024 AFC Championship because Christian Benford got hurt for Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
And he had a lot of penalties that game, apparently. And I think that probably ended his time in Buffalo, if I had to guess. He was traded in March of 25 to Dallas, and then I'm not seeing much from him on this season with the Cowboys. Started in 7 games, it says, so he played a little bit. One pass breakup, but that Dallas defense obviously has had their fair share of struggles. So, kind of just a guy that's underwhelmed, like you were saying, Blaine. Like he just hasn't done too much as a first-round pick.
Right, that's it. But see, he's got first-round talent.
Yeah.
So you're going to get multiple opportunities against people going to think they can unlock you. And hey, man, it was situational. Maybe it was just concentration. Maybe he wasn't used to not being a starter, never been in that role. He didn't prepare as well as he should have coming off the bench when he did play. You just never know. Or was he still injured, trying to fight through it and play? That's the thing. When you're super talented, as a backup and keep it moving, and we feel comfortable with him. He's been in the system for a year going into next year. It's like, yeah, well, I think he'd be better than such and such on the team, like Womack.
All right, Cam Ward's up at the podium, so this is what we got to do because we got sponsors. So we're going to send it to break. If you're on the stream, we're going to carry it live on the stream. For radio, you'll hear it when we come back. This is Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The
But
Zone.
I get to listen.
Is whether we're running efficiently on first, second down, or whether we're throwing the ball good that drive. So trying to just not really be greedy, but be needy and take what the defense gives you, and just get the ball to playmakers.
Do you feel like you've kind of consciously changed though, maybe from game one, and not like in a dramatic way, but just do you feel like the process is a little different in your mind now that you've done it 10 or 11 times?
Not really. I don't think so. I just think it's more of staying on schedule. I think I've been better and learning more about the protections and knowing where my outlet is at all times, whether I'm hot or not, but then just making it easier on the O-line.
Hopefully to get Ellis back out here, and what are some things that stand out to you about him since he's been here?
Well, it's good to get him back out here from just the work ethic that he brings every day in and out of the building, but just the route runner that he is. He's an explosive guy, and just not having him last week, it set us back a little, but it's good to have him back.
In what ways can you guys use Sunday's performance offensively as a stepping stone for the rest of the season?
I just think we use it as motivation to win football games. The stats will never mean anything. The only stat that will always matter is win or lose, and we just got to do that week in and week out. So that's the only thing we're trying to get better at.
Yeah, that movement within the pocket, just like the feel, it seems like you may not see the defender coming, but you feel them coming. You're able to move within the pocket better. What is behind that?
Just stuff that you work all off season, with your quarterback coach, then here with the coaches here. It's something that I put an emphasis on myself of not putting my tackles in a bad situation to give up sacks, and then just knowing where I need to sit. I think just early in the year, I learned more just step up and sit. Don't really look to turn it to a scramble drill as fast unless I have to.
McCoy and Nick Holtz said that one of the things that's really opened up for you last couple of weeks is the willingness to take the run when it's there in terms of, if there's an open lane to take off and get 5 or 6 yards rather than try to wait for something to come open. Is that a decision you consciously made, or is it something that's just kind of happened?
It's really kind of both. I think most of it goes back to just the film that I watch and just constantly seeing just how I think the rush is going to end, but how it ends up, actually being just watching other quarterbacks play the team. So it's a little bit of everything. But at the end of the day, it is all a feel. And it's just something that you got to be able to make the best decision.
Certainly been making strides here as the weeks have gone on. How much of that is just experience that you've gained along the way? How much maybe is it maybe Mike and some things he's put in here over the last month, 6 weeks?
I think it's everybody. Starts with Mike, but especially Nick and Bo putting in good game plans week in and week out. Now it's just on myself and the other players to execute the game plan. So I think everyone's success that we're starting to see on offense is just a mix of everybody, the player, the coaching staff, all doing their job.
How important was it for you guys to finish drives with touchdowns specifically from that third quarter, halfway through in the fourth quarter as well, those couple drives that you guys have?
It's important for us. And if we're being honest, that's why our record is what it is, because we're not scoring the ball. And the biggest thing is that we just got to harp on the little things that we have been the last couple of weeks, and not getting the mindset of just wanting to put points on the board, more just putting touchdowns on the board.
From your perspective, why has it been so hard for you?
You just got to think of it in the sense of you want the run versus a certain look. You might not get that look. And then the other guys on the other side of the ball are good as well. They know how to get off blocks. We know how to block and runs good. So it's good on good every time in the run game. But that's not the really biggest worry on me. Because we maybe had a bad game rushing, but look at all the other good things we do rushing. So, that's something that we're not going to get away from. We just got to be better at.
Just in terms of the balance that can give you guys, so it's not as much on you in the past year.
It's going to be able to help us extraordinary amount. I just think the simpler that, we gotten in the last couple of weeks has helped us. But now it's just all on the players to execute the run game plan and, end up helping with the pass game.
What have the vets and coaches told you about the importance of these divisional games compared to non-divisional games? And in the 4 you've played so far, do they feel different, or does it kind of just feel like the standard game?
No, every divisional game is different. Then the biggest games of the year, those are the ones that matter the most when it's all said and done. And those are the games that you are mandatory to win. So we playing a good team this week, and we're ready for them. We're gonna try to get a win.
Is that mandatory attitude something that was taught to you, or is that something you've just kind of learned?
It's both. Grow up watching, just the NFL. You play high school, college football. Every game to me is the same. I'm trying to win every game, no matter what conference they in, what division they in. The goal is to win.
Cam, I know your football's on your mind 24/7, but what did it mean for you to give back to the community, go out, spend some time with the team or the city that you're representing this week?
It meant a lot. Just to see, something small that you can do for somebody. And just to see the joy it brings them in this time of the year, just to give them something that, that's truly going to benefit them. It's exciting for me and the other rookies to do that. We're going to continue to do it in the years to come.
Ken, did you get to watch any of Shador's first start?
Yep.
What do you think of it?
I think it's real solid. Everybody talked just the highlight plays that they post, but I think what he did real well was just operate at a high level, and that's the biggest, I think, transition from a college quarterback to an NFL quarterback, just the operation in and out of huddle, being fast. And I think he did that extremely well. He's going to get better each and every week, so I'm excited to see him keep going.
Did you get to talk to him before or after the start, or did you guys stay in communication throughout the season?
No, I didn't talk to him before or after the start, but, hopefully, we'll get a chance to play the next couple of weeks. It'll be a good game.
Good.
Thank you.
Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone, powered by all Four Seasons Garage Doors. 615-737-1045 is the number. It was a quick press conference for Cam Ward. Sorry for those on the radio. He's already away from St. Thomas Sports Park and away from the podium. But you can go back to the YouTube stream or Facebook stream, wherever you do it, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook Live, and find 104.5 The Zone. Hit subscribe, hit like, and then go watch it from there. Just in case you're curious as to what he said. Wasn't really a lot to really take away from that. He got a couple questions at the end about Shedeur Sanders' performance, and he kind of broke that down from a quarterback perspective. But other than that, I mean, the Jacksonville Jaguars are up next.
Oh, they talked about division games.
Yeah.
And they're more important and those things. Yeah.
I mean, this Jaguars team, I don't know how much you have watched of the Jacksonville Jaguars this year. I've only watched maybe 2 or 3 games. One of the games was the Davis Mills comeback game, and then the game I watched a little bit, went back and watched a little bit of the game last week against the Arizona Cardinals, because those are 2 common opponents, right? Like, I didn't like to see what you do against common opponents. And I know we're not the biggest, or at least I'm not the biggest Trevor Lawrence fan. I mean, I'm not saying that he's bad, but he's not been what he's supposed to be. There's just something about him that it's like
he hasn't lived up to the
He's the bad kind of good, if that makes sense.
I think it's his hair, his pout. It's
his hair?
Yeah. It's his hair, his lovely lock. I don't know, man, because he's so up and down. You just want him to be better than he's performed thus far. But, hey, he still made, in that Arizona game I watched, which they won in overtime, right?
Right.
He threw 3 interceptions, and I think he had another turnover.
And then he throws 3 interceptions and had a fumble, and then he drives them down the field to win, to at least take it into overtime. It's just, he's confusing.
In a nutshell, is him.
Yeah.
But he, in the game, though, he maneuvered in the pocket, kept his eyes down. He threw this strike, man, and this is why he was the number 1 pick to a guy I didn't think he was open for a touchdown, and it was a heck of a play. And those are the things, if he can just continually be consistent. I don't know if he has all. I know Hunter's out, and then have we seen the kid from LSU? Is he out too as well?
I do. Can you get the latest Jaguars injury report up for us?
Fast, woo!
But he kind of
Washington is kind of the guy.
Yeah. Well, Byron Thomas and Travis Hunter have both missed quite a few games, and at the trade deadline, I don't know if you remember, but at the trade deadline, there was a lot of rumors that Brian Thomas may be on the trade block.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Listen, new coaching staff, right? I mean, new regime. None of these guys have any ties to Brian Thomas, but he's a pretty supreme athletic talent.
Boy,
and he was
really
so good last year.
Yeah. Then they have the veteran kind of, journeyman type guy, Patrick. He was performing. So they got some guys. I was actually impressed with what I saw out of them.
Yeah.
I was just in my mindset, I'm still like, oh, it's the Jaguars, but they look solid, man. They're solid all the way around. Not impressive anywhere, but they're just a solid team. Right. Watch this.
They should be better I feel like they should be better based on the talent than what they are.
They are, right. Well, their front is going to give us some problems. Because of their pass rushers there, and Walker, and what's the guy that has 2 last names? Josh Allen.
Josh Allen Hines. Or is it Josh Hines Allen?
Something like
Hines
that.
Allen.
Yeah, so it's they've got some tools that you like. Ooh.
Devin Lloyd has been crazy. I mean, he's one of the reasons why they are have the second most interceptions as a defense. Because Devin Lloyd has gotten a ton of them. I mean,
I got real nervous when I looked at it, because you guys have trained me now to look at the point spread, and I saw 6.5. I'm like, what?
I think that's crazy.
I was like, I cannot believe this. I thought, oh man, this may be a game we could get.
Yeah.
And then I got like, oh my, I just don't know. You just don't know what team you're going to get out of the Jaguars, especially with Lawrence's performance. I think everything is parlayed. So if he plays solid and well and doesn't turn over the ball, they're gonna win. That's typically how it looks. And oh, by the way, if you did the playoffs right now, the Jaguars, I think, I'm gonna make a guess, is the 5th seed. You tell me if I'm wrong, in the AFC, and that is like, whoa. So because they beat the Chiefs, they. I think I may be right on that. Maybe 6, but so
6. Yeah,
6. Okay, already 6. Okay, yeah. So they are in right as of today.
It would be Patriots, Broncos, Colts, Ravens, Chargers, Jaguars, Bills.
Yeah. So this would be a big. This team is better than you think.
They will have played 5 of the 7 playoff teams. Tennessee Titans. Now, and let me say this about you look at Trevor Lawrence. I mean, 59.8% completion percentage right now. That's way below standard. And everybody thought Liam Cohen and him would be like match made in heaven, skyrocket to the moon for Trevor Lawrence. They finally got it. They finally got the coach that will unlock Trevor Lawrence. And he's got 14 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. So, I mean, he's throwing interceptions. A lot of those came last week.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's got a running game too. Besides ETN, what's this guy?
That's what Liam Cohen brings.
Spatial Tootin.
Tootin, yep, Tootin. Yeah, Tootin.
If you remember, Baishal Tootin is someone that Coach Mack talked a lot about over the summer.
I know, and I go,
and don't forget, they also got they got two rookie running backs, LaQuint Allen out of Syracuse. Who I kind of liked a little bit. He hasn't done a lot, but I mean, they got running backs for days. But this is kind of what Liam Cohen was really known for last year with Tampa Bay. I know they were a prolific offense, but the design of the run game is something that Liam Cohen is really known for. And that's where you got to really watch out.
You guys
because
are making even more nervous now.
Well, they're a top 10 rushing team, but they're also a top 10 rushing defense.
As I said, they're middle of the road in all their stats, too. It matches up, and so you just... It's Lawrence. If they can get him rattled and make him make some mistakes, I think that's the best thing. Other than that, I think it's kind of an even match.
So, real quick on Jags, no official injury report out yet for them this week.
Okay.
Liam Cohen did speak this morning and said Thomas has an ankle injury. They're taking it day by day with him, and he emphasized the need for him on the field for Jacksonville. So, I think we could see him this week if it's a day-to-day situation. I don't know. But also, just real quick.
Nobody that can run with him.
Just real quick in NFL news, in case any fantasy people, whatever, interested, Joe Burrow was activated just a few minutes ago by the Bengals and is going to start tomorrow night. So coming back off his turf toe to play the Ravens in a big divisional game for both those teams.
Wow.
Interesting. Just to put it out there, so the receivers, let's say that Brian Thomas Jr. can't go. Okay, so the receivers last week for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Patrick guy.
Parker Washington.
Parker Washington.
He's all right.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Yeah.
He's actually real good in the return game as well, right? But
he was one of those we said he also has 2 punt return touchdowns like Chim DK does.
He did.
If I can get this pulled up here correctly. Okay. So we have Travis Etienne, obviously, Baishal Tootin, both got catches out of the backfield. And then Brenton Strange, a tight end that they really like, who's been pretty good.
Solid.
Then you have Parker Washington, who got 7 targets last year for 71 yards and touchdown. Don't forget they traded for Jacoby Myers. So Jacoby Myers is over there as well.
The guy from the Raiders.
Yeah, and they got tight end Johnny Munt, and then Austin Tremmel and Tim Patrick. Now, Tim Patrick had 4 targets for 0 receptions last week, and Austin Tremmel had 1 target for 0 receptions last week. So, I mean, it's not...
Nothing that scares you.
It shouldn't be anything. It's not like last week.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
But you got to play sound football even against Jacoby Myers and Parker Washington because I'll be honest, the Arizona Cardinals defense is not that bad. And they were able to move the ball up and down the field. They struggled. They threw interceptions.
Yeah, they should have blew them out, though. They should have blew Arizona out.
Yeah.
But this is one of those games, don't y'all think, and you could say this for a lot of games, but like we have got to shut the run game, make them pass to beat us. Make Trevor Lawrence have to make throws to these guys to beat us on Sunday.
I don't know if we can do that.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Can you do that?
I'm just saying, like, emphasis for the team.
Yeah.
You know?
Because right now they're averaging the 16th most yards per attempt, 4.4 yards per attempt, but they have the 8th most yards. So they stay committed to the run is what that should tell you. They are committed to the run. The 5 most rushing attempts in the NFL, combined with the 14th most passing attempts. So you know what that also tells me? They sustain drives. They are able to have a lot of drives, sustain a lot of drives, and
See, all that scares me. Like that's what I said. Then they're the 6th team in the AFC right now. You go, well, this team is a pretty good team,
right? I mean, it's a confusing team because you don't know what team you're ever going to get, right? Like they went to overtime with the Raiders and the Cardinals, but you got blown out by the Raiders. You beat the Cardinals. It's just it's just the NFL, right?
Oh yeah, I don't.
Matchups.
You try to be
the matchups.
It's the matchups. It's always going to be about matchups.
So I don't necessarily know where Tennessee really matches up the best outside of Jeffrey Simmons on their interior.
Right. Okay. Defensively, how are we against the run? Where do we rank?
Oh gosh, don't Don't make me tell you because it's going to break your
See,
heart.
and that's why I'm worried. And then you just said Lim Cohen is great at the run game. And
he is.
And
They're
they've
the
been running.
27th ranked
And if
defense
you
in
watch
yards per
Tootin',
attempt.
He going to be tooting all over the place because, boy, he was scooting. I was like,
They've
man,
allowed 16 rushing touchdowns, which is the second most allowed by a defense on the ground.
So they're controlling the line of scrimmage, man. Their offensive line is playing solid.
It's kind of like Mike McDaniel. I know a lot of people are, down on Mike McDaniel here and there because, of all the passing game woes that they may have suffered. But the way that he designs the run game is what kind of makes him really appealing. And he plays the matchups really well and gets his running backs in different positions. That's the same for Liam Cohen. They're going to create and utilize space in this run game. And we saw it last week with Clint Kubiak, right? I mean, 6.5.
To me, it's different type of running game.
Right.
To me, McDaniels is more outside structure where
because he's got the
Lincoln,
speed guys,
right? And they are in between the tackle. Tackles. So I same effect, but a little different styles.
This is outside of maybe the Seattle Seahawks. This is the best run game I would think they have faced this year. I'm trying to think of anybody else, and they haven't. The problem is they haven't played good run offenses, but they've allowed them to be good run offenses. And when you look at, we can say a lot about the good that Denard Wilson has done with this defense, but at this point we go back to, listen, a lot of games with no Tavondre Sweat, a lot of games with no Jeffrey Simmons. But when they were both on the field last week, 6.5 yards per carry for Kenneth Walker and 5.8 for Zach Charbonnet. Not good. And now they went on the outside because they were attacking the corners in the run game because the corners weren't setting the edge properly in the run game and making tackles. And I think the edge rushers probably had their worst game of the season also in the run game as well. Because I think teams are kind of figuring out, trying to run up the middle, Cedric Gray's going to find you. Kevin Winston's probably going to find you. I think they've kind of figured out if you attack the edges of this defense, you're going to find success more often than not.
And this is a dude in Travis Etienne. You do not want him to get to that edge. His speed and acceleration is
and he can
insane.
catch the ball. Like, he doesn't necessarily have to come off the field. And you got him and you got Baishal Tootin to your point. Everything you just said about Travis Etienne, you can say about Baishal Tootin. It's just dangerous. You have to play the most sound run defense that you've yet to show that you can play. And it's scary. I mean, you are 100% correct on that. If you can slow down, because I don't think you can stop them, but if you can slow down their run game in key situations, you may be able to find a path to victory. Like, I am still confident that this team can at least be in this game and win this game. But to your point, their strengths are kind of our biggest weaknesses.
Yeah, that's what you're looking at. So I'm going to go back and watch their defense.
Well, let me
their
tell-
offense, and I haven't watched their defense. Like, really watched their defense.
Hey, let me tell you, Cam Ward's going to have to protect the football.
Right, that's
I
what
got
I
some
said, those two
numbers.
pass
Got some
rushers.
numbers for you, man.
What?
So 13 picks on the year for the Jacksonville defense. 70,
4 of those are Devin Lloyd in the middle of the defense, by the way.
Yep, 70 pass breakups. 70 pass breakups, which is crazy. They've also forced 7 fumbles, recovered 5 of them. This is an opportunistic defense. Got to keep the ball out of harm's way for sure this week. Think about that. 70 pass breakups.
That's insane.
So Anthony Campanile, I don't know how you pronounce his last name, is their defensive coordinator. He was with the Packers last year as linebackers coach and run game coordinator for the defense. Miami Dolphins from 2020 to 2023 as their linebackers coach, was in Michigan in 2019 as their linebackers coach, and then was some Boston College where he was a co-defensive coordinator, and he worked his way up the college ranks starting his first college job was in 2012 with Rutgers, and he worked his way up with Rutgers all the way to 2015, even making stops as a tight ends coach and wide receivers coach in that time. And then he went to Boston College to become defensive backs coach, co-defensive coordinator, then everything else I just listed. So he's got a pretty good pedigree. I know that he'll be in the running for some head coaching jobs and interview because of what he is doing with this Jacksonville Jaguars team. But like I said, Devin Lloyd has 4 interceptions, and that may make me the most nervous about this game. And I'll tell you why coming up next. This is Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone.
Teaser.
Around here, it can sound like a language of its own. But hey, if you can pronounce Demumbrian, then names like Yossi, Shea, and Marchessault will roll right off the tongue. Nashville Predators, only in Smashville.
One of the largest sports books east of the Mississippi, Circa Sports Kentucky, is now open. Catch all your favorite games on an 80-foot screen with stadium-style seating and live VSiN broadcast daily. Circa Sports, now open at the Mint Gaming Hall, Kentucky Downs.
My dad and I used to golf together all the time, but when he hurt his back, it was over.
To have your son want to spend time with you is amazing. That's why my chronic back pain has been so heartbreaking. Surgery, fused bones, long recovery. No way, not for me. A friend recommended stem cells, so I gave Kellum Stem Cell Institute a call.
I'm glad you're out on the course.
Yeah, it's really good.
Call the Kellum Stem Cell Institute today. Swing still looks just okay though.
Selling your home can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. Get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There are no showings, no open houses, no stress. Work with the #1 real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Go to markspain.com today.
Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone, powered by all Four Seasons Garage Doors. 615-737-1045 is the number. Devin Lloyd.
That's your guy.
He's been something this year. Like, listen, let me say something. Been pretty
Cody Barton
bland.
No, just kidding.
But he's young. He's 20. He just turned 27.
No, he's a good player, but he was a first rounder or second rounder.
He was a first rounder.
Yeah, I remember when he got. Yeah.
Yep, by the Jacksonville Jaguars with the 27th overall selection.
I want to say Utah, but
It was Utah.
My recall.
Look at that! Look at that recall.
Oh man, because I was like, who is this guy?
4 interceptions. He's only allowed 1 touchdown. And
how many tackles he got? The middle linebacker.
He's got
only 43. It says on ESPN.
What?
Luquan's their leading tackler by a mile with 90.
Yeah.
But
so
Lloyd has
41
1
tackles right here is what I have on a thing. So PFF, that's pretty close. PFF, ESPN, pretty close. So not a lot of tackles, but he's been more of a coverage guy. It feels like for them. I mean, he's a good athlete. 4 interceptions, middle linebacker. Dang. I'm a little concerned because we have seen Cam Ward love to go over the middle, and he also has 19 pressures, by the way, from the middle linebacker position. So,
sack and a half as well.
So there you go.
What are the base principle of this D coordinator? Are they a cover 2, 3?
That is a good question.
I'm trying to figure out how this guy's getting all these interceptions at middle linebacker.
Hey, you would think they're running a lot of Tampa, wouldn't you?
Right, that's what I was
Just
thinking.
let him roam the middle of the field.
Yeah, and then he's kind of fooling people and then coming off. And before picks at this point in time, or maybe got a freebie on a tip ball or something. I don't know. But
He's got 4 breakups, too.
Dang, so he's in the mix.
And I just, Cam Ward loves to go over down the seams, loves to go over the middle.
Oh, yeah.
We know there were interceptions over the middle were a problem over the summer. Interceptions have just not been that big of an issue over the middle right now. But this seems like a prime opportunity for Devin Lloyd. And I am a little nervous about that. They are a 4-3 defensive alignment. I'll try to see which coverage
well, this
they
coordinator,
do the most.
that's what I mean. Like, what is his kind of... Where is his tree? Like, what does he, lean into in critical situations? I'm gonna watch him, man. Dang, these guys are, and then they got those 2 rushers. You guys are really depressing me.
I didn't mean to do that.
Got to run the football this week.
We do?
Yeah.
But they're one of the best ones
in us running the football.
But we can't be putting I know we're going to, so I'm not sure why I'm even saying, but we can't be putting him in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 all the time because he's going to have to put the ball in tight windows, and that's exactly what they thrive off.
And he's going to have to throw it quick, hot potato.
I mean,
and I can't believe it's the Jaguars.
I know.
What?
Now I'm all, I had a lot of confidence about this game, but now that we talk it out and talk through it and we're looking at the numbers and all this kind of stuff, I'm like,
I'm going to have to get top off the list here. I just know they are just supposed to beat the Jaguars.
We do got some momentum behind us, though. Been playing, stacking some better games.
Yeah.
Come on.
Offense is putting up more points. They went from, so what's the average now?
Well, Zach looks for some
14
stat to help
24,
us.
so we're at...
well, I'm looking for
18
their
points
coverage stuff.
Yeah, so this is... maybe the Jaguars will go back to the Jaguars when they play us here at home. Like the old Jaguars.
Last year's Jaguars?
Yeah, but see, we don't have big Derrick Henry. They scared of him. They were scared of him. He was running right over them.
So Jacksonville plays 50.7% of their defensive snaps in nickel. And let's see here. Jacksonville spends a lot of time in zone, 74.3% in zone. And
they got a lot of vision, so that goes into, what Ross said about the 70
here we
PBUs.
go.
I mean, good Lord.
Okay, Jacksonville. Looks like the most coverage that they play revolves around cover 3 and cover 2. So that's where they're at.
Man, they're making a lot of plays.
They're making a lot of plays.
They're getting these turnovers. They got to be playing a lot of match out of cover 3, Blaine, don't you think? Just passing guys off and whatnot, confusing people.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it's some of like what Tampa 2 used to do, and Rondé Barber and all those guys. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, Rondé Barber's in the Hall of Fame, but he wasn't super talented like that.
Well, and then listen, let's go back to Jackson. Let's go to if I can find where I got so many tabs open right now. Okay, Devin Lloyd. His interceptions came against Cincinnati, so Joe Burrow, and then he had 2 against San Francisco, which I think was a Mac Jones game at that point, not Brock Purdy. I'll have to double check that.
The fourth one was Mahomes in the primetime game.
Yeah,
you beat Mahomes.
Oh, and the fourth one was Mahomes. So he hasn't had an interception since week 5.
Oh,
so maybe there's you go. There's some silver lining.
Okay,
so maybe the Tennessee Titans will not have to worry about it. But to be fair, I mean, they didn't have a turnover last week. The offense didn't. That was a step in the right direction. But if you don't have a run game, I mean, and this Jacksonville Jaguars team is going to do what the last 2 people have done, the last 2 teams, they're going to make Cam Ward beat them, and that means that the air is going to be put in situations where there's 70 pass breakups for this Jacksonville Jaguars team.
That's unbelievable.
4 interceptions from this middle linebacker. Every time that ball's up in the air, you may be holding your breath. Because, I mean, this Jacksonville Jaguars defense just finds ways to either knock the ball down or intercept the ball.
Yeah, that's because of their front four, their pressure, man. What are their sack numbers? For those 2 for sure.
They have
like
21 sacks. So not a lot of sacks.
Just amongst those 2 or just the whole entire?
The whole entire team.
Oh, okay.
So their sack leader is Eric Armstead, who's on the defensive line, 5.5 sacks. Josh Hines-Allen has just 4 sacks. Trayvon Walker has 2.5 sacks. So their top 2 edge players only 6.5 sacks. Now, they do have combined between them, the 2 edge rushers that I just named, 23 quarterback hits.
I was going to say, because you watch the tape, it was like, hey, man, these dudes are a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know about no.
And we don't know
sacks.
I guess I didn't see anything about Dan Moore today, so maybe he's out there at practice today.
Can you confirm that about the Dan
We'll
Moore?
have to see when the injury report comes out.
It'll probably come out right after the show. It usually comes out at like 3
Yeah,
o'clock.
of course, when we're off the air. But, I mean, that's something to keep an eye on.
Early, though.
Yeah, they did practice early.
We might get lucky. But don't, is this a type of game, and Zach, you may know better because you have more of the numbers in front, but, do you expect the Jags to play more man coverage because of the lack of receivers that we got right now? Or do you think they're the type of team that's like, we're sticking to our guns no matter what. We're going to stay in 2 and 3 most of the game?
I would think that possibly, I think they're just going to stick to their guns of what works. I mean,
I would, but I would probably do a little man, but I would continue to do the match zone, which is some form of man. You know what I mean? And they're comfortable with that. But what I would do is I would do man when I want to put pressure on because I want to make Cam Ward make decisions quicker. So I would probably blitz a little bit more than what I've done in the past. I don't know what their numbers are. Zach's the pro on that, but so I don't even know who are like their secondary. Like, who is...
Well, they just traded for Greg Newsome.
Right, Newsome from
because they got rid of their first round, Tyson Campbell, to get him.
Yeah.
Jordan
Georgia.
Lewis, former Michigan Wolverine, is at corner. He's got a pick on the year. Antonio Johnson at safety has a couple picks. And then Andrew Wingard, who's been their safety for a while now.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are right.
Yeah.
They're right at average in blitz rate. So they only blitz 24.4% of the time. So they're not a big blitz team. And their pressure rate is just slightly above average. I mean, slightly above middle of the pack. But the Tennessee Titans aren't that far off in either of those categories from the Tennessee Titans or from the Jacksonville Jaguars. And so I kind of look at this like they're just a solid team. I think when you said that earlier today, earlier in the first segment, I was like, yeah, that's probably they're a confusing team, but they're a solid team. And the Tennessee Titans are not a solid team. I think we can all agree a 1-10 team is not a solid team.
Yeah, it's one of those teams that you say they're just using Cam's words, mid, but they can be exceptional and they can also be not so much. And so you just want to make sure you catch them the right time. I don't know if this is the time, but we're gonna have to have some big plays. Maybe we'll get a special teams block punt or something. Like that, we haven't had that from the Fossil crew.
Yeah.
Got to some punt returns, but no block kick, well designed. Like, hey man, they had a weakness that was our coach. Boom. We need something like that to give us some juice and energy, or maybe it's a big bomb or something on offense.
Hey,
I don't
James Williams
know.
forced
Pick six.
fumble.
Well, Harris should have had a pick six.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Williams has been going down on kickoff and punt team, thumping people.
Yeah,
Got to get
I
that
saw
ball
him.
out one of these times.
Yeah, I saw all the guys had a picture of the U. All the guys went to the U.
Oh yeah,
the last game. Yeah, it was like
It was a good day for the U.
Jacksonville is the 20th best offense in terms of efficiency when you look at the efficiency of both their pass and their rush game, but number 4 in run. So that means that their pass defense is really holding this whole unit back. And then they are number 11 in efficiency allowed as a defense. And the Tennessee Titans are 28th in efficiency allowed as a defense. So it's one of those matchups where you, like, to your point, Ross, what you said earlier is like you kind of have to stop the run, but that's asking a lot for the Tennessee Titans defense, which has struggled to stop the run. Whether it's Woody Marks or Kenneth Walker, they're not stopping that run right now.
Yeah, as well as if it's Simmons or Sweat available or not.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter who's in there. You're getting yards on the ground against this Tennessee Titans defense.
So would you say that's more scheme-oriented or just...
Well, I mean, I go back and forth because obviously schemes taught, assignments taught, because sometimes I don't know if it's necessarily the defensive lineman's fault. I really think it's more of what's on the outside of the defense, because I do think Tavondre Sweat is doing a good job of clogging up lanes or providing lanes for other rush lanes for Cedric Gray, right? I mean, we talk about how good Cedric Gray triggers. So part of that is because of what the defensive line's doing. I think maybe it's probably just talent. Because Arden Key's never been really a good run defender, right? These cornerbacks are obviously...
No, they don't.
I mean, pass defense, run defense, outside of Marcus Harris, I'm not too worried. If I was an offensive coordinator, I'm not too worried about any of these cornerbacks, right? So, and it doesn't matter. And so, like, at that point, I mean, I don't know if it's... I think it's probably scheme is where I lean because we saw the same issues last year. And
but sometimes I just
but they
wonder
were
when
different issues.
I see Baker go up there and I'm like, he's supposed to be outside, keep the outside hand free.
Yeah.
And he'll just run like he's making an open field tackle and the guy runs around the edge. It happened multiple times. I'm just like, I don't do they understand the whole system and scheme of what where you have help? That's what it looked like. I just kept like, you're not supposed to just be able to run in the boundary sometimes. Just run around the corner. Man, they only have so much field. How did he get to turn up the field? Or somebody miss a tackle.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, Walker just kind of walked right through that human being.
And then they give him a lot of room. It's like they don't even have, and I'm not saying you can have a running back spy every freaking play, but it's like they lose a running back even in the pass game with great ease, it feels like. They allow the running back to be over there open all the time in the flat, and for whatever reason, they can't ever stop him even when they're on their approach. Like, they are allowing him to gain so much yards, and we haven't really talked about it, but like first down, how important is it on first down for a defense to say, hey, we're only going to allow you 3 yards or less. And they're not doing that on first down, it feels like. They're allowing so many yardage to be had on first down that it's making it easy for the offense to do whatever they want on second and third down. They're not in an obvious pass situation. And when you do that against this team and with this Jacksonville Jaguars team, they'll probably run it on second down and they'll probably get a first down because you can't stop them. Someone's going to have to win their one-on-one matchups outside of Jeffrey Simmons, Tavondre Sweat, and Sebastian Joseph Day. I'm going to throw Sebastian Joseph Day in there, having a very underrated, pretty good year this year. And someone's going to, and Cedric Gray, right? Like, there's a lot of other guys on this defense. I mean, Cody Barton, he can catch an interception.
Pick six, I'll take it.
I mean, he could do it. But also, we've seen him be able not to get to the running back.
It's our Devin Lloyd right there.
Yeah.
Oh, stop that.
So, like, at some point, these other guys are going to have to start. again, you asked the question if it's scheme or if it's the players. You also have to win your one-on-one matchups, but are they grasping the scheme? To your point, I don't know. It's because I see the same issues I saw last year with different players. Better players, you could argue. And we saw the same issues. So then I go back to, well, maybe it is a scheme issue. But then I go back to, well, Denard Wilson only has so many people on this team, right? Like it's kind of like it's probably an everything issue when it's all said and done.
Dang, I just don't want to hear that. This team right here, if they just say, hey, man, we're just going to run the ball on first and second down the Jaguars, and then we're going to throw on third down, I think they could have success because they'll be like in 3rd and 4. I'm like, and they're going to show a sharp pass, and we'll keep the drive alive, or Lawrence will scramble. Man. And this is going to make it difficult just all day.
Blaine, don't you think this could be a big game for the safeties, Winston and Hooker? Because I'm thinking these are guys that are probably going to have to trigger down hard and make a lot of open field tackles in this game, or a fair amount, meaning like they're keeping this to a 3 or 4 yard gain as opposed to it busting loose for like 15 to 20.
They better not miss.
And that's Winston's game, though, right? That's what he loves.
Oh,
but
man, he bring the hammer.
that's still, no matter who you got, that's not ideal, right? Having to have your safeties come down and make open field tackles. But that's what has to happen a lot in this defense.
I mean, it's a lot to ask for this team. I mean, you're asking.
And Hooker, I don't know, man. Sometimes he look like he's a willing tackler. And sometimes not.
I think he's willing when there's other people in the party, but
and then sometimes he gets put in bad situations by either miscommunication or just the other offense just scheming up something. Like
going against the JSN one-on-one, and then you let him break your cushion. You don't even turn open your hips. Like, what were you looking at?
Yeah.
That's your guy.
Right.
That was doomed from the start. They saw that cover one. They were like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, they set him up. I mean, they got Winston, too, on the cross. I mean, man, I was like, oh, that's just well-designed. They knew what they were going to get. I mean, man, I would have been running with the wind, doing everything I could, and I would have punched him in the stomach. Man, golly, they gave up explosive plays, man.
Oof. Do y'all remember what game? I think it might have been the Raiders game. It was somewhere around that time. They kept doing runs on like 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4, 3rd and short. All they were doing with Genty was inside zone, and they were just blocking down on everybody and leaving Snead free. And Snead would have to squeeze that right edge, and we could never stop them. And it's like every run game wants to attack corners anyways because they're like the least willing guys to tackle. But when it's that easy to see that on film, like, of course Jacksonville is going to try to do that.
I was trying to see what Jacksonville on 3rd down. Jacksonville is actually one of the worst teams on 3rd down. They typically
good.
They typically have 7.8 yards per go on 3rd down and only gain 3.9 yards on those plays, 3rd down plays.
Oh, good.
So there is an opportunity there.
Yeah.
And that's not too far off from Tennessee. So, I mean, this could be, again, kind of like Seattle last week with their success rate on 3rd downs. I brought it up. They were one of the worst 3rd and long situations. Maybe there's a situation here where you can create some 3rd and longs, but you have to stop the run. I just don't know if the Tennessee Titans can do that. We'll cover more of the Jacksonville-Seattle game on Sunday when we're doing the Lee Company countdown to kick off. But coming up next, it's early because we're not going to be here Thursday. We're not going to be here Friday.
The Lions
Den best bets. We'll give you our picks for Tennessee versus Vandy and Tennessee versus Jacksonville coming up next. This is Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 104.5 The Zone. It's been a while since we've got to hear that music. In fact, it's been almost 3 weeks since we've got to hear that music but finally, winning record on the week. And this was a big one because I was at 50%. Now listen, this only means I'm only at 50.9%. So I'm just barely above 50%, but that still matters. I've won 28 of my 55 bets, so that gets me just a little bit up. And I've done something special this week. When we get to Lions Den Best Bets, I've done something special this week that I think I've only done one other time. No, I don't think I've ever done this before in Lions Den Best Bet history. So it's something unique that we're going to do. But before that, let's go around the room. We got Vandy at Tennessee. We got Jacksonville at Tennessee. Let's go around the room. Let's start with Vandy at Tennessee. How we feeling about Vandy at Tennessee? Let's do straight up pick 'em for Vandy at Tennessee.
Straight up pick 'em. Okay, yeah. I'm going Tennessee. Think it's gonna be a close one. Naturally, I believe Nealon. I just think it's just too much for Diego and those guys. 38-31.
Okay, 38-31.
I think it's gonna be high
with
scoring.
Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
My heart lies with Vandy because of the story. I want to see it happen. I want to see him get in the playoffs. It would be awesome. But my gut is saying Tennessee, and the atmosphere at Neyland's going to be too strong. I'll take Tennessee.
Man, this is tough. Y'all put me in. I should have gone first. Because now I'm like, man, you make good cases for Tennessee. But there's just something magical about this Vanderbilt team. There's something special about it.
Oh, it was hard.
And you know what? I'm going to go with my heart, not my gut or my brain. I'm going to go with my heart, and my heart wants Vanderbilt to win. So I'm going to go Vanderbilt wins and punches their ticket to the college football playoffs.
I sure hope so. I wish.
Pavi, a walk-off touchdown in overtime.
If that happens, he will never stop talking.
He will never stop talking. He'll be a hero in Nashville. Free drinks for life down at the Honky Tonks. All right.
Man.
Jacksonville's coming to town against the Tennessee Titans. Let's just do a straight-up pick 'em. If you want to say that the Tennessee Titans cover, and you can as well, I'm going to go Tennessee Titans do win, which means that they will cover. So I'm going to go Tennessee Titans.
Titans just don't lose. You got to beat the Jaguars.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the win. Yeah.
I like it. 2 Tennessee Titans. What about you? Uh-oh. See, now Ross is regretting that he has to go last.
This sucks. Well, we've made a lot of compelling cases for one team today in our show, and that is not our team.
Overwhelmingly amount of evidence that says that we should not be picking the Tennessee Titans.
That's right. But you know what? I ride with my hosts. I ride with my city and my team. We're going Titans, baby.
Oh, man. Clean sweep for the Tennessee Titans, which ultimately means it's bad news for the Tennessee Titans.
Take Jags to cover.
All right, before we go to Lions Den Best Bets, I got to get Larissa in. Larissa, you're on with Blaine and Zach.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Happy Wednesday. Happy pre-Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no doubt. Same to you.
All of you. But real quickly, I know no one asked me, and I'm not in the room. I'm going to go, the Titans are going to win.
Love it.
And I'm going to, Zach, I got to go with you. I'm going to hope and pray that Vandy wins. I know other shows will be like, no way. I really do hope that Vandy wins. It's going to be a good game. And I always say that, although we're in holiday season right now, tomorrow, I'm just guessing that both teams are in get-ready mode. And Blaine, you as an elite athlete, I can't even imagine can you imagine what they're thinking? I mean, you've been in that position. It's like, okay, both sides. I mean, the Vandy-Tennessee game, it's going to be electric. I mean, many folks are going to be watching and listening to that game. And, again, you have 2 young men on both sides. They're leading the teams, and they both have great backstories. Yes. Both teams are hungry, not just for the bragging rights and the fan base, but both are all in. And, I think, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to have a ball game. And this should be fantastic. Well, we all know it's going to be fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
At least we hope so. I can't imagine what's going to be left on the field. Because, good gracious, but happy Thanksgiving to all of you, all your staff, all of the listeners, and blessings to all. And I'll hang up and listen.
Happy Thanksgiving, Larissa. We appreciate it. Think she makes a lot of points, but guess what? It's time for the Lions Den Best Bets. Play the music.
Oh. That kitty cat.
All right, for the first time in Lions Den Best Bets history, we're going every single game is an SEC game. We're going out with a bang on rivalry weekend, and I know that will make Blaine very happy. We're going all SEC. I'm taking the Louisville money line against Kentucky, though. I'm going to say Louisville beats Kentucky. I'm not going to have to pick all SEC. I'm going to say the games are SEC games.
There you go with your deception again.
Yeah. Louisville money line over Kentucky. I'm then taking the over. A lot of overs the rest of the way, by the way. Over 46.5 points in Clemson at South Carolina. I'm taking the over in Missouri and Arkansas. I'm going to say they're going to score a combined over 55.5 points. I'm going to take the over in Vandy at Tennessee. This is a big one. 65.5 points. But I just heard that Blaine the Hitman Bishop said that Tennessee's going to win 37-31, so that means that I would win.
I said 38-31.
Well, I'll take 38-31 as well. So, hey, that makes me happy because that means that they hit the over. And then finally, I'm going to take the over 51.5 Texas A&M at Texas. Texas A&M on the road, 51.5 points. Listen, Texas A&M on the road, they score points. Texas has been scoring points. I think this is a relatively low over. I think, guys, this could be the perfect 5 for 5. To end the season. And then we'll get into bowl game season. But
he's making prediction about his predictions.
Yeah. as he's dangling above 50%, by the way.
This is going to be a big one. I'm just telling you. I feel good about this one.
Didn't you have an over not hit last week with Missouri, Oklahoma? We said that one was the worst one.
Yeah, that one was the worst one. And I even said it was the worst one, and it did not hit. Georgia Tech's the one that kind of made me mad.
Oh, that was bad.
Because they got boat raced. And I'm like, man, you guys were favored by 2.5 points, and you guys got boat raced. So that one kind of hurt me. But I'm feeling good about these. I have to say, I'm feeling
no doubts about any of them.
No doubts about any of them. Okay. I guess the most doubts I would have would be the Louisville money line. I think all the overs are going to hit. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling Marcel Reed, Arch Manning, lots of points. I know that Clemson and South Carolina, their quarterbacks and their teams have not been what we thought they would be. But I think they're going to score some points on this game. Vandy at Tennessee. I mean, the defenses do not stop other teams regularly, and they score a lot of points, and I think that's going to be high scoring. And like I said, I mean, Missouri at Arkansas. Missouri scores points. Arkansas scores points. They're not having to go into a buzzsaw of the Oklahoma defense that they went to last week, which, again, I did get wrong, but that was the most nervous I was. I'm feeling very good about this slate.
What do you think about you said Arkansas, the coach from South Florida
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about that. Alex Golish. I don't know if it's
not official. That's why I said, what did you think about it?
I think that's a good hire for them, and I think that's a good place for him to go to kind of like go up in competition. Little surprised that they went so quick with Golish and didn't look across at Memphis for Silverfield. I was kind of a little surprised by that, but I mean, I'm glad that Silverfield's not going to Arkansas to be honest. So, but I think Alex Golish will find some success over there. With that, with the way that offense has been kind of running, even with Petrino at the helm, I kind of feel like that's a perfect fit for Alex Golish.
Did the North Texas coach get a job somewhere?
No, not yet. Right? It hasn't been announced yet. Unless have a show. Yeah, and that's another guy that I expect to be probably in the SEC, and I would kind of think that maybe Tulane. Head coach Sean Summerall will be here in the SEC before you know it. What you got?
Giveaway, real quick.
All right. We got to give away tickets because Ross forgot to do the tickets yesterday. So today, instead of Titans Ticket Tuesday, it's Winning Wednesday. So on Winning Wednesday, be caller number 5 now to win 2 club tickets to see the Titans host the Jacksonville Jaguars this Sunday at Nissan Stadium. It's going to caller number 5 now. 615-737-1045. 2 club tickets. Ooh. I mean, that's pretty nice tickets
to see a Titans win, as we're saying,
to see a Titans win, like we all predicted just a few moments ago. Titans win. 3 HLs up next. Everybody, we're thankful for you guys, all of our listeners, all of our audience, everybody in the chat. We're thankful for you guys. Have good, safe holidays. Thankful for Blaine. Thankful for Ross and the people here. Really appreciate it, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day for all those celebrate. See you guys on Sunday for the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff. 3HL's up next. This is Cover 2 with Blaine Bishop and Zach Lyons here on 105 The Zone. And in the meantime,
in between time.
Peace.